Seth Godin, Nassim Taleb, Naval Ravikant. I think of all of those guys as incredibly strong at originating and communicating concepts and ideas that end up being very sticky and influential. And one thing I've found really fascinating over my career has been observing the level of resonance in the marketplace with flow. And, you know, we've veered off that at times, and it's just got this continuous enduring resonance that is so deep and significant. And I'm curious what you think makes that the case with a concept or an idea. What makes it enduring and resonant in a deep and powerful way?
That's
almost idea
question.
Market fit.
That's a great question. I love this, like just this line of thinking in general. And again, like thinking back to my background, advertising, marketing, branding, packaging is so much of this. And I was so influenced by that. And to be able to apply those skills for ideas that aren't, you know, just selling endless amounts of consumable nonsense is in my mind, a much more rewarding way to spend your time. But I think flow, I mean, it's almost the ultimate version of what we're talking about, because it's one word. It has these positive connotations, and I think it also has this, it's true, obviously, everybody has experienced it at one point in time, and there's a way to understand it from hearing one sentence of, like, when you hear flow state, you almost don't need to read a book, you don't need to understand, you don't need to unpack everything to get an inclination of what that means. Like, that sounds like something that I want to experience. Flow is just like has this like embedded positivity in it. And I think that's probably
one to build on that. There's a experiential resonance with it. Everyone's been there, and so everyone's like, oh, that's like that time.
There's a name for that thing.
Exactly. There's a name for that thing. Exactly.
It's like the I don't speak German. I did learn German in school, but I'm sure you've heard, like, they have words for the, you know, the most abstract of feelings or concepts, or like these really niche things. And flow is kind of, I guess, rides that line of everybody has experienced it, but until you have like a wrapper for it, like the language that wraps that experience, you don't think of it as something that you can explore deeper, or you don't think of it as something that has all these like layers to unpack.
And Nassim Taleb's Anti-Fragile does
incredible.
It's a little different, but similar.
Yeah. I think that's, I'm just looking at my bookshelf here. That's definitely up there. Black Swan, another one of his, incredible. And yeah, I've tried to learn as much as I can from those examples too, even in the products that we've put out, where, especially when you're competing on the internet, it's like you have a millisecond to transfer as much information as you possibly can. And language is, it's like a universal tool, but there's such a huge difference in the way people use it. There would be a really inelegant way to explain what flow state is and package teachings or anything to do with flow state in a really clunky way. Even if the material that sat beneath it was one-to-one exactly the same, the articulation of flow and the compactness of it is just going to spread that idea at such a more, it just compounds so much faster. And there's this, I think you mentioned this, it's like there's this idea market fit where like the consensus exists even outside of you. So you're kind of tapping into the fact that this thing is bigger than all of the people studying it or talking about it or trying to help people better understand it. There's a diagram that's coming to mind where there's like these concentric circles rotating, and like fashion is on the outer layer and it's going as fast as you can imagine. And then the like core of this set of concentric circles is truth. It's the things that remain true regardless of, you know, the bumps on the outside of the diagram. So flow feels like it's pretty close to the core there. It's like a core component of the human experience that has found its idea market fit, or the language that describes it in such a profound way that I don't think it's going anywhere as an idea.
If what you've heard on Flow Research Collective Radio has been helpful, please consider doing us a solid and leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you are listening to this. Reviews help us connect to a wider audience so we can get these peak performance principles out to more people.